a very stark contrast. And I think a lot of people who voted for Trump will be disappointed when they see what he's really about. He's a con artist, he's a fraud. I could say more.
Tell us how you really feel.
The thing that I really tell people though, all politics is local. You know, all politics is local. Because who you vote for city council, who you vote for mayor, who you vote for the House of Delegates, for governor, lieutenant governor, and attorney general, these are all really important because they have just as much impact on your day-to-day than who's sitting in the White House. And in Virginia, we have elections, God help us, every year. You know, and in Prince William County, people always talk about it's a swing county, but you know what? When you look at the votes in presidential years, it's not a swing county. We're not bringing out people who only vote in presidential elections. If we were getting more people motivated and out to the polls in November, we would not have Corey Stewart as the chair of the Prince William County Board of Supervisors. But guess what? Now he's running for governor. You know, and given Trump's win, we've got to take him seriously. You know, but also we've got to take the people in this room who are running for office seriously. We have some strong candidates. We have people who need your help. We have people who want to go down to Richmond and work and fight for positive change. So I'm very pleased to join the Prince William Progress Coalition. We also have some wonderful women, 2 wonderful women here. We're also going to say a few words, who are very involved in our community. Again, it's really all up to all of us. Let's get out and vote. Let's work to elect candidates who support our views. Let's make sure we get our friends and family out, because we cannot take any election for granted. We have learned the hard way. I don't want to learn this hard way again. You know, and it's been tough for me. For those who don't know me, I'm a spokesperson with the Democratic National Committee in Washington, and I've been, you know, all across the South, working and campaigning. And I knew it was going to be a tight race, but I didn't think we'd actually lose. You know, and I had to do a lot of reflection. And quite honestly, I was like, you know, Canada's too cold for me, but you know, I decided to stay and fight. And I want everyone in this room to join me in that fight. I want everyone here to feel, to get involved. You know, again, anyone who's interested in Women's Caucus, even guys, you know, I can sign y'all up. Next month, we are going to be working with the Democratic Party of Virginia to do like a Politics 101, give an overview of all the races next year, all the legislative races, and the races for executive office. And to just talk about ways that people can get involved. But for now, I want to thank everyone for joining me.
Deshundra, where and when will that be?
I will send out an email. Girl, I know you. Because the rest of y'all don't know. You want to make sure I get your information. But that's probably, I think it's going to be on the 14th at Bull Run Library. But starting at 11 o'clock. But I will send out all the full details. So trust me, I want to make sure that I have everyone's contact and that you guys like us on Facebook. I'm going to sign you all up for the newsletter because I want to see more of these new faces at some of our events. But I'm going to start. I'm going to turn it over to Keisy Chavez from NARAL, Virginia, who's going to say a few words about her wonderful organization.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Keisy Chavez, and I'm the community organizer for NARAL Pro-Choice Virginia. We're an advocate for reproductive rights and access for health for women and all Virginians, actually. So we're trying to go towards everyone instead of just women. But we need more supporters and more volunteers to help us fight the good fight. As Deshundra just said, that we're gonna have a lot of attacks this year General Assembly. So we really need to show up. You know, it's good that, you know, 7 out of 10 women support to be pro-choice, but we really need to show it. You know what I mean? Because we know the numbers and we know the stats, but we know that's not it. We need to actually take action. So we are having a advocacy day on January 23rd in Richmond. And I know it's a Monday and it's probably a work day for most of you. But, you know, if we ask for the day off in advance, you know, we could probably make arrangements to work carpool and go to Richmond. On that day, we're going to talk to legislative representatives to really show that we care and we're watching what they're doing, and you know that we are, most of us, pro-choice, and we wanted to show the numbers. So we really need your help and your support, and I really appreciate the time that you're giving me to talk to everyone. So I will send the information so you can all, you know, get involved. We also do a rapid response that you don't have to show up to Richmond, but we do watch what the legislators are doing and either send an email or text or call the representatives to make sure that, you know, we let them know that we are present and we're watching. So thank you so much. I appreciate your support and help.
Atima Omara is a member of the DNC, so she's actually going to be one of the people helping select the next chair. But she also ran for the House of Delegates, and it's a tough haul. You know, running for office is very hard. If it's easy, anyone would do it. And I came out and I went up to Arlington and I volunteered on her race. It was a hard race, you know. Hopefully we'll see her in some other office. But she's someone, you know, to really look for her name. She's very active in politics. I know you sit on a number of boards and such. She's someone, look for her name, because she's definitely going to be someone, you know, special. She already is, but you're going to see more of her in the next few years. So, Atima, thank you.
Thanks for having me. Stephanie, thanks for organizing. Of course, she's like us all organized as speakers. Great organizing skills she has. So my name's Atima. I am one of the DNC members from Virginia. We have about 5 DNC members that, if you attended a state party convention, you would have cast your vote for, along with delegates who attended the DNC convention. Yeah, November 8th was a hard day, and it was very hard to stay upright for the rest of the week. For me personally, I don't know about the rest of you all. And one thing that was really great, I mean, I have myself, both my parents are immigrants. My mom, who's never involved herself in politics at all, like, she's a nurse, she works just in Richmond, and she even organized people to go to the polls, you know, because she was just so motivated by this election and really wanted to see change. And when you're from a family whose family came here because their government didn't work, you don't want to see somebody who takes over who basically has the characteristics of tendencies of a dictator, authoritarian personality, to say the least. So we're having a bit of a challenge going into next year. 2017 is a big race. It's going to be the first race in the country that really sets the tone for what is happening with Trump and how people are feeling toward that. So we've got a lot of work to do. We've got a House of Delegates to get elected. We've got some great young candidates here. I myself am a millennial, so I'm always thrilled to see other millennials running. And before we even get to the governor's race next year, we have 3 crucial races that have special elections on January 10th. Ryan Washington, who's running in the Senate in a special election. And that election will be January 10th. We also have Cheryl Turpin in the Virginia Beach, she's House of Delegates candidate, and Jen McClellan, who's already a state House rep, and she's moving up to state Senate. McKeachin vacated that seat. He's now one of our congressmen. So we have some great victories that we had from getting McKeachin in office, but we have to win these seats, specifically Ryan Washington's seat. It will determine the balance of the Senate, and McAuliffe has made it clear this is one of his big calls for people to either donate, phone bank, drive on down to Farmville, Lynchburg City to help out in that race, because it will determine the balance of the Senate, which means he'll probably be able to sign a Medicaid expansion before the Republicans repeal it. And that would be so if you guys haven't donated or volunteered, get online, figure out how you can get involved. We have a lot of candidates, meanwhile, running for DNC chair election. It's great. There's a lot of energy, a lot of ideas about where our party should be going. It's a conversation that we should be having regardless of the outcome of this election. And hopefully, you know, as the part of the Virginia delegation going to the DNC, so we'll be able to carry some of the interests of our members and what we want to see represented and make sure we get the support we need in 2017 and going into 2018. So thank you all for having me. I'll be around for a little bit, and thank you.